Hi.
Are you guys enjoying New York Comic Con so far?
It's really fun. My kids are here too. They're having like the greatest day of their lives.
Have you been to the San Diego Comic Con?
I've never been. No. Me neither. So this is our prequel to San Diego, I think.
Yeah.
Is the audience what you expected? More dressed up, less dressed up?
Actually, less dressed up than I expected.
Yeah, we had some red coats, some black hoodies, some of the creepy baby doll faces.
Yeah.
But I think because it's Pretty Little Liars, people want to look pretty. Like the audience wants to present their pretty selves.
That's what I did.
I was pretty. I mean, obviously, I was actually hoping that we were gonna see the Liars. I wanted to see like the iconic. I wanted to see like a whole group of girls dressed up as the Liars because that's always my favorite when I see like Halloween
if we
costumes.
go to San Diego, we got to put that out there.
I want to see the whole group of girls.
Blast it on social media and it'll be done.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Yeah, that'd be super fun.
So how was the panel? Was it like what you expected, or?
For me, it was amazing. I think to get all that positive energy and that great feedback, and just see how much people love and appreciate the hard work that we do makes it all worth it because we spend a lot of time working on this show.
Yeah, I think it's always a trip for me because we shoot this show. It's not a live show. We shoot it in like a small. It's not small. It's like a giant stage on a Warner Brothers lot where it's like very isolated and you kind of drive in. And the crazy thing about this show is we have such a rabid social media following. So you can see on my phone, I can, if I tweet something or put something up on Instagram or Snapchat, I see immediately that a lot of people are responding. But it's just like a stat in the phone. It's just like a line. To walk into a room with however many people were in that panel, 700, and hear them respond to the first like 4 minutes of our show, that is something that I really rarely ever get. And I'm a huge theater nerd, so I feed off of like walking out on stage and seeing the audience filled. So that's me. I was like, oh, that's our audience. I never get to feel that,
Every episode with a group like that.
Oh, it'd be so much fun.
So much fun.
I'm sure there'd be people interested in that.
Well, like when we did the Ziegfeld at the Ziegfeld Theater, we aired the season 4 premiere in a theater, and like we were above it with it was amazing to hear them gasp and laugh and like.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Season 6B.
Okay.
Let's do it.
We'll work on it.
Did you do anything in particular to age 5 years in your character-wise? Because clearly you look 5 years young.
I drank a lot. I smoked all the cigarettes I possibly could.
Like any college kid.
I had a lot of torrid affairs.
Well, before she answers, what's interesting is though, literally one day she was playing, 18, and the very next, there was no break. The very next day, they were playing 5 years later. So, how did you do that?
It was mostly a lot of conversations between us and our hair team and makeup and costume, really defining who Spencer was 5 years later, what her job was, how she would present herself, and that's what I love so much about. You would think that this show is just about like being beautiful and all this, but we really do have a lot of conversations about what fits the story. And so when you first see Spencer, we want her to look a certain way that's iconic, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, but I'm also like on a break from my job. So what is the kind of makeup that Spencer would wear for her job? So like all of these conversations help me as an actor place who this character is now in a time. That was
and
really
what
helpful.
you would wear on the weekends, because it might not be the same as what you would wear.
Exactly.
It's all those thousands of questions. But it was so interesting that we did it the way we did it. We didn't want to wait half
overnight.
a season.
Yeah.
We really wanted it to be 6 weeks because it felt like the right time for the show.
Yeah.
But we really set ourselves up for a big challenge. But it was a lot. I think the challenge is what we feed off of. This many seasons later.
So are we going to get to see more Detective Spencer now that she's 5 years older, or?
Definitely. Yeah, I think we always joke about that. We're always like, how...
Spencer leads the charge.
Yeah, Spencer is definitely leading the charge. I think, and it's one of those great things that I think you, Marlene, have kept so well, but even though these girls are 5 years older, they still fall into the same roles and relationships with each other. So I think when like the mayhem starts to unfold, there's a really wonderful moment. I think I remember in that first episode when all the girls like turn to Spencer and they're like, "What do we do?" And she's like, I don't do this anymore. And then all of a sudden she's like, all right, well, I know what we should do. But it's this great moment where you're like, oh, these girls are still the same girls. They still, you know, it's the same way.
They still have some questionable judgment, but you'll see, like, when you see the first episode, it's really the first couple. They're all like, but I don't do this anymore. I'm not going to break into my mother's office, or I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to do that. And then sure enough, they do it, you know, because they're still who they are.
Yeah.
Is that a spoiler?
Sort of.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I won't tweet it out.
Yeah, that's okay.
Perfect.
Well, obviously you guys have already chosen all the different career paths and life paths of the girls, but if you had to pick an alternate path for Spencer, what would it be?
This is fun.
Wow. Oh my gosh, an alternate paths for Spencer. I guess I feel like Spencer it was always inevitable that she was going to be in the world of politics. Coming from two lawyers, you know, whether she was going to be a lawyer on her way to a judge, you know, on her way to serving in international diplomacy. I feel like international diplomacy would definitely be where Spencer may even eventually fall. Oh, actually, you know what? The other thing we talked about.
Because we might do it.
Oh shit! Oh god! Damn it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so
I'm just waiting.
yes.
Like, don't say it. Don't say it.
Okay, no, I just got so excited. I'm not going to talk about it. So yeah, we're not going to talk about that. But I guess Spencer's alternate route is happening, maybe.
Yeah,
So
I still love that.
yeah. So the good thing is that Spencer in the world of politics is something that fits in totally naturally. You know, we talked a lot about, like, I think if she could, like, seamlessly, like, step out of Rosewood and almost, like, into, like, House of Cards, like, she would totally, like, do it, you know what I mean? And then, like, step back
That's
in.
a spinoff right there.
Yeah, right? Just, she
And
suddenly
that other
shows
thing
up.
that we're talking
And that
about.
other thing that we're talking about.
You worked that perfectly. Your own show. Excellent.
I would write a million shows for Troian Bellisario.
And I would be in every one.
She amazes me, like, not even just on the show, but she's the only one who reads the scripts before the table read. And, like, just the nuances she brings to the table read are always so beautiful to watch. So I appreciate it very much.
Thanks.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
And the table.
I know, that's so much
Excellent.
fun.
Nice meeting you
And now I'm
guys.
excited
Have
for,
fun.
like, this next season. I'm
Is
just
this like speed dating?
What's Gay NYC Dad? It's for gay men and dads in
No,
New York?
I have a kid. He's 12.
Yeah.
So it's about our family is just as miserable as straight people.
Oh, that's so funny. I love it.
We're crying and you're laughing. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up then.
Thank you.